It's safe to say that he is beloved, right? Perez Hilton here, that is the late Stephen tWitch boss. Many of you know him either from the Ellen DeGeneres show, or So You Think You Can Dance, or as a dancer himself. And that's his widow, Allison Holker. She also is a TV personality and dancer. Yesterday, I told you that she is releasing a memoir where she is not only talking about her past, but also his. She exposed some deep secrets that he carried with him up until he took his own life. Such as, she claims that he was taken advantage of by a man when he was a child, if you know what I mean. She also claims that when she went into their closet to get clothes for him to wear at the funeral, that she discovered all sorts of substances that he was taking, self-medicating, escaping, numbing. Well, now his family and friends are fighting back, and they are not pleased with her. And they are letting us know the real. Starting with his cousin, Darielle, who says he wasn't an addict. And was actively trying to quit. He wasn't some junkie. All she claims is, and the little fungi, you know what I'm talking about? And some pills, but doesn't specify the pills, says his cousin. And the little shroom, I get we may have different opinions on, but she's framing it like he did MEF or something like, what's BFFR? I don't know what that means. And then his cousin really went there, saying, I don't give an F about an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. This crazy woman made me and his actual family, including his mom, sign an NDA just to even attend the funeral. She's been trying to tarnish his legacy and refuses to let the Boss family see the children, only to exploit and lie on my cousin. Hell no. If she's preventing his family, especially her children with him, their grandmother, from seeing the kids, I would, can you go to court for that? I think there are grandparent rights. I would take her to court. That is unacceptable. And speaking of his funeral and the NDA that she did sign, his cousin says, it's insulting that you think we'd want a payout when we are hurting and confused just as much as his wife. You would think this would be a time to come together as a family, but instead you exploit your husband after moving on with another man. I'm not even mad she's dating again. Pause. And what she means exploiting is releasing the memoir and revealing all of his secrets, including what she read in his journal. She says, this has been going on, but instead of receiving help or any support, people want to speculate about my life and claim I'm broke and want a payday. For what? Says the cousin, meaning her intentions are pure. His cousin Darielle adds that even though she claimed all of these substances were found in shoeboxes that he hid in their closet, she reminds everybody, quote, the autopsy report is effing public, bro. He didn't have anything in his system when he passed. Meanwhile, tWitch's brother shared on his story something that a friend of tWitch's wrote. Courtney Ann Platt, a dancer who was amplified by tWitch's brother, and when tWitch's brother shared it, he said, no lies told. Courtney said the following, quote, this is by far the most tacky, classless, opportunistic act I have ever seen in my entire life. We all had to sign some weird NDA to even attend his funeral. Even his own mother, who you've treated like garbage this entire time. And let's just remember, you wouldn't have even had a husband if it wasn't for her. Not to share anything or ruin his name, as if that was on anyone's mind in the first place. And here you go and write a book with all the dirty laundry smearing his name and attempting to dim the bright, loyal, loving light that was your husband, my friend. This is how you protect the boss name you so quickly dropped on your social media platforms 48 hours after he passed? His legacy? This is how you protect his children from any further humiliation, hurt, and despair? This is what you want them to remember about him? You've moved on, you're living your life, you're on every carpet you can get on, every celebrity row you can sit in, every magazine you can be in, and you need to do this? Get a journal, a therapist, a friend, but publishing a book, shamelessly sharing the pages of your husband's journal? People magazine? What a joke. Yes, he took his own life, which they fact all of us still can't fathom. And he was clearly having mental health issues, hurting so deeply. And this is your example of empathy, of your love? This smear campaign for a buck is absolutely not what he would have ever wanted. No matter how bad he was hurting, not for a second. You're a living, breathing bulldozer. Stick to your own demons. Shame on you, Allison. Shame on your money-hungry team. Let my friend rest in peace, not your PR. Wow. Twitch's brother also shared a post from another friend of his friend J. Chris Moore. Jay said, due to the recent selfish acts of a certain horrible piece of trash human being who only wants to use my best friend's memory to benefit herself and her stupid blank book she's selling, let's remind the world how amazing he was and the impact he made on so many lives. Chelsea Hightower, who also knows Allison from So You Think You Can Dance, says, I've known Allison since I was an early teen, and seeing her choose to share such deeply personal details about Twitch's struggles feels so disappointing and inappropriate. Comfort Fidoki, who was a mentor on So You Think You Can Dance, also said, lies and fairy tales. Stephen said this to me in my dreams when he passed. Nothing is what it seems. I'm done with this girl. You are an evil woman and completely disgusting. How dare you try to destroy my brother's name? Wow. I was very understanding yesterday, but now that I know everything else, I think her releasing this book was a mistake. Especially because somebody that I know that also knows her says that she's not struggling for money, that she's actually very well off. And this caused such hurt to his family and closest friends, and it's just so sad. I think it was a mistake. What do you think? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments.